Okay, we're going to take our next question from our viewing gallery, which is my Julia. Do you want to say your question?
Yes,
Ask our question.
So I was wondering why parents always die in Disney movies.
How does that make you feel when you watch Disney movies?
Depressed.
It makes you feel depressed that the parents
I'm
die.
confused.
Which Disney movie is the most depressing to you?
Like the ones I usually remember of Dandy and Frozen.
Bam.
And it always happens in the beginning too, where you find out about it at the beginning. So that is kind of like a lot to deal with, and it's like, wow, you know.
Simba, his
It
dad
definitely. Oh, that's I think the worst one.
Right,
I think
he
that's.
sees
I
his
think
dad
yeah. I
die.
think that's the most tragic. A lot of them you just know that it happened or it happened in the past, but that's definitely.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, when he's like, how he gets his stepdad. His stepdad is so evil.
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely obviously
Depressing.
a pattern in Disney movies. For me, I mean, my father passed away, and I was 13 years old, and I, obviously loved Disney movies, and for me with that, it was about their courage and strength to move forward, and facing adversity, and that they were still able to live their dreams. And right now, again, I'm thinking of Tiana, and about her pursuing her dream. And he said, "You're so close. Your daddy never got to have his dream," and she said, but he had love, and it's just like she wanted to live her dream for her dad, and that's how I feel. It's like live the life they didn't get to live, and I feel like that's what those girls taught me, is that they can do this, they can rise up from adversity. It is an odd, obvious pattern in Disney movies about the parents, but that's how I saw it as a little girl.
But it felt, well, first of all, like how you were able to relate to how many people, as sad as it is, have lost a parent.
Or any type of loss.
Or any type of
Any
loss.
type of loss.
And so I feel like maybe that's one of the recipes to success for Disney is that they can relate to...
I feel like, yes, anytime that authenticity happens when we become real, and that's something that's real about life, is dealing with loss and dealing with pain and dealing with adversity. And so even if it's not losing a parent, whatever challenges you come across, because we're all going to face them, you get inspired by these young women and what they do, and that's what it did for me. So I think, they're relatable, and then you become very,
I'm always so sad, like growing as a kid, I was always so sad for you lost, so you don't have a mom? I know what my mom meant to me. What do you mean you don't have a mom? What do you mean that tragedy befell on you? It gives depth of character. And then like for the fact that they did overcome, like how they're all sweet, even though they've been through X, Y, Z.
Like there's a lot of negativity surrounding princesses, and you're letting girls think that you have to look a certain way or whatnot. I never saw it like that. I see their strength and their character. It wasn't about, you have to look like this. But like, of course, I thought they were all beautiful, but that's what I admired the most. So maybe on those levels, it touched me very, very dear. And that, a specific example about having a parent pass really was, relatable and helped me love them even more.
With Princess Jasmine, I think what was very inspiring and something I wanted to emulate, how she was a fast learner, how like she like did that little pole jump after Aladdin did, and she was like, I'm a fast learner. I'm like, what? How did she do that? Like that made me think she was so cool, more than like her looks or her being like attractive. The fact that she could do that, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. You could always put on makeup and fix yourself up, but to do that, that was like, and she was just so, like, she carried herself like she knew her worth.
She was so confident.
She was so confident.
That's why she wasn't going to settle for whatever her dad wanted her, or who her dad wanted her to marry or whatnot. She was not going to do that. And those are the things that I saw.
Yeah.
And I know not everyone sees it like that, but that's what I saw.
She was willing to love somebody not for his money. She wasn't about their status or their money. She cared about
just
the
like
guy
Belle and the
within.
Beast, she looked within. It's like, so
within.
all of them, I think, have that as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw, so.
Yeah. They see character.
Yes.
They don't see things.
And that's what I hope to give to my children, to look for those things, so.
And that we got off like that didn't answer the question.
I know,
Why does Disney?
but that got really deep. Excellent deep question, Julia. I appreciate it.
Yeah. But why I think Disney does it because
it works.
It works.
Maybe it works. Yeah.
Yeah. They know the recipe to success.
They know the recipe, and if it's not broke, don't fix
If it's not broke, don't fix it. They're gonna keep doing it. Nemo.
Which makes
Nemo
me think
left.
of something we were just talking about if it's not broke, don't fix it. These costume redos.
Oh, let's talk about the costume. Silvano. Shout out to Silvano. I know
Just
you
last night,
a lot of
they
people have been asking.
debuted Jasmine's relook.